The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny!
You're funny, narrator. You're funny. Don't crush me. Hello, everybody. It's the Gaming Corner here, and today we'll be continuing our playthrough of the Stanley Parable. Let's get into it. Okay, let's see this new content.
Oh, new content?
Yes, new content.
What does that mean, new content?
Exactly what it means. New content. There's more stuff to the game. You should know this, narrator. It's not that hard of a concept to know. And of course we go into the dark hallway of whatever we're going to. Lots of pipes around here.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Pretty lights.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Yeah, I like to be delighted.
Step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh,
All right.
well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Me as well. Let's go, narrator. Let's see what we got in store.
So far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Yes. Is this elevator going to move anywhere, or... Hello?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Or,
oh, there it goes.
There we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Let's see what mischief we get into, narrator.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
This is just a brick wall. Are we stuck? Narrator? Help? Oh. I was just staring at a brick wall for no reason. Okay, let's get into it.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Okay. But we can only jump in the circle. Fascinating content. Anything behind? No, nothing's behind here. Just a random thing in the corner.
Is that it?
Is it?
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
There should be more. It's Ultra Deluxe for a reason, right?
Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box.
I don't want to...
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else.
Okay.
Let's see it.
Yeah, let's
I'm
see what
ready
they have
for
in
whatever
store.
it is.
What a hallway. Just an endless drop. Like, that doesn't make sense. This is
it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks, just you and me having a great time together like always.
Yeah, great time.
What do
Also,
you say, friend?
sure. Also, it's not called Twitter anymore. It's just called X. I'm sorry to inform you that, but that's just what it's called now. This is not the regular place. Got my actual desk and everything here, but, this is odd. I hate Mondays. Right out you, buddy. Narrator, you have anything to say? We just have a picture of our office when we leave. Can't go out.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent!
Narrator?
I want to show you something!
I forgot I could crouch. Okay. What do you want to show me, narrator? Coffee nut? Alright. Is that what you wanted to show me? Break my knees. Alright.
To be, but
Yeah?
it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret.
Pretty.
Take a look.
I like how you still have the printer in here. Oh, this is pretty.
I call it the memory zone.
Nice
It's
name.
where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
That's awesome that you have all the memories on here. We get to enjoy them.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally
We
launched?
have postcards.
Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Yeah. I like how he just slapped a freaking tape that has Stanley Parable on it for a reward. Alright. I don't think we actually won these, bud. Did we? Oh well, memories. Good times. Smile because it happened. Indeed. Is this a SpongeBob reference? If it is, kudos to the game developers. I love SpongeBob. Demonstration. Go outside. Don't play outside for 5 years. I heard there's also another one, like, for like 10 years or something. That's crazy, man. But alright. Guess we could do that eventually. It's just gonna take a bunch of time. Merelda, you sick person. You just left a freaking body outside. Oh, little Stanley. Aw. R.I.P. little Stanley. Little hamster. Oh, I can't sit down. Alright. Let's continue through this Zen pool.
Je suis dans la mémorisation.
French.
C'est sur la pluie de l'eau.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Wait, an hour? Please don't take me up the elevators no more. I don't want to. That's torture. The photos on the ground, too. Up or down? Let's see what's down here if we can. Maintenance. Fine, I guess we can't maintenance the friggin' memory room. Oh, that's us. Very, very blurry us, but that's us. Okay, let's see. What's in here? The doors! Yes. Choices. We all make choices. Here's another review.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Source. Alright. Can we go in the serious room? Oh, that was one ending that I didn't get, but that's when it's like when you cheat, I think. Oh well. Can't go over there now, so at least I don't think I can. Who knows? Alright, moving on.
These were simpler times, Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
You built this place, shouldn't you know?
Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor.
That's how I got this
haven't
game.
looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Who knows until we see him. Uh-oh, that's not good.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny!
You're funny, narrator, you're
Trying to be
Hey,
funny.
don't crush me.
I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
You're fine, narrator, you're funny. You're funny to me. Don't get upset. It's only one review, right? Right? Oh. There's more. He's making the sky cry. See, this is a good one. It has a thumbs up. Don't look at that one.
Okay, let's see what this one says.
There's a good one right here.
While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
Little bit.
You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure.
Aw,
Like I
narrator.
let these people down.
No, you're
Perhaps
good.
the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
How about you look at some of the, like, actual better reviews? Not just the bad ones.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
If you want one, I guess. Oh, it's literally just up in the middle of a room. Okay.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up.
If you insist.
We'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all, until the end of time. Oh, you're back, you see?
Yes.
You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in
Then you
video
have to just
games.
sit there.
Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise.
Treatise?
Or maybe a manifesto.
Okay.
Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay,
Better
so
make it
my
brief.
theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying, well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you?
I did.
But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even
You're
know if
going
one
down a
can change their
bad
review in
path.
the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works.
Yeah, you should.
Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button.
Yeah, probably would have been a
Although
smart
I have to
thing.
imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review,
Don't think
merely
that's a
because
thing.
of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer.
That ain't good.
Last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it?
You don't
But
have to
at any
ramble.
rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here?
Yeah, how do we get
Where
out
did
here?
the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room?
Yeah.
I do feel quite certain that there was one here before.
Don't you control
How else
this?
would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole?
No.
A sufficiently large crack in the wall?
No.
I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go
Fine.
anywhere other than the skip button.
Fine.
There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go?
You control this. You
Maybe
literally brought
just
up a wall.
ram
You could
your
take it
way
away.
through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me here.
Oh.
We need a door. We need a door of some kind.
I guess
can
you could
work
figure
with
it
any
out.
kind of door as long. Stanley,
in trouble?
please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
12 hours and you haven't figured
You've
out
just
an
been
idea?
frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone.
How is it gone?
I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And
know where it
there's no
disappeared.
door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again.
You're sitting somewhere?
I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it. And I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh, my God.
Well, you haven't found a door,
And it's
so
all
hopefully you
because of
find a
those
door.
Reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important
right,
for
you-
me
you
to
deal
fix
with
the
it.
problem? Oh, Stanley, you're back.
How long has it
You're
been?
back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to
Aw, the
again.
plant!
Stanley, I think it's been a week.
And it's died
Or 2
in a
weeks.
week.
I've been sitting here all that time.
I think it's been
just
longer.
Sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking?
It hasn't been just
It isn't,
talking.
Stanley. It isn't the same at all.
No.
It isn't even close.
Not even.
Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button.
I'm sorry.
That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path.
Okay.
I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything,
Okay, what
is
do you
to
need?
know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real.
You're real?
Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps, yes. Perhaps I've been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it.
I'm gonna feel sorry
I can't be
about
taken
this.
by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness
I'm
between
sorry.
you and me.
I can't just sit here just talking all the time.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome.
Hi.
I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year.
After
Have
a
you
year?
ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year?
You can't
Let
go
me
anywhere?
describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley.
You're the one that brought me
Days,
here.
Months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past.
That was just
And when
steps.
that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that
Hello? Narrator? Are you here? Oh, he's not even here anymore, buddy. I'm sorry. Ah, you gotta replace the batteries. That's always annoying when that sound happens. Ah, get it away.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It
Hello?
wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review and make all of their pitiful demands.
You
But
didn't have to
then,
listen.
He's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us. Now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency. It's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words of...
So you're telling me that you were staying there for like the 2 times I pressed it and just said nothing? Are you kidding me? Are you gonna talk to me again, or are you just gonna just sit there in silence, possibly just observing me from freaking somewhere? Who knows how long it's been right now? I guess we have to keep going to see.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the
You okay?
end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never
Water
the
dripping
end,
now.
is never the end, is never
Yeah,
the
it's never the end,
is
buddy,
never
I'm
the
sorry.
end, is never the end, is never the end.
Oh, there's a bunch of water coming in. That's gonna create a lot of mold. Keep going, I guess. Okay, what happened here? Was there like a tornado or earthquake? Hello? I hear a lot of noise, especially from wind, so is there a way out of here or no? Crushed my freaking plant, or whatever left of it. Could have at least put it under the water, but I guess it would have been crushed there too. At least we got other... that might be mold too. Oh god. Hey, we got some light at least. Can we just climb up this pipe right here and get out of here? No? Fine. It's becoming more peaceful at least. Got some greenery. Nice. We got a film reel or whatever that is. I guess let's see how this progresses. Nature's taken over. Wait, what happened? What? That doesn't sound good. It's like chanting. What's this? Did everything just die or something? It's becoming more decrepit. I know I say that a lot, but still. Yeah, that's a sound you want to hear from the freaking sky. Do we have any more sun? Okay, now... But I don't think we pressed the button no more. At least we could finally get out of here. What happened? Everything break down into a desert? Narrator, we're free. Can you hear me? You out there, bud? I guess I'm on my own for this one. Guess we're gonna have to find if there's any little bit of life out here. Wonder if there is anything left. Who knows? It might even be billions of years. Because every time it keeps getting drastically longer. The time we were frozen. We might even be the last freaking thing alive here. Who knows what would happen next? Guess I'm gonna have to wait and see. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed my content. I'd really appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!